This is Jess, Wes, and our daughter Izzy. After selling our house and most of our possessions at the end of 2021, we've packed up our van Bevan to tour Australia. We are Life is VANderful.
Ooh, that's way too close, isn't it? That's way too close. That's scary. Probably on a big TV. It's really scary. So we are at not Gilligan Island Camp, Milligan Island Camp. So I'd be worried if we're at Gilligan Island Camp. That'd be something entirely different. Yeah, here in the sand dunes, and here's some of the exciting part of camping. We did some washing last night at Port Denison, Dongara. And it was still wet, so now we have to have this makeshift MacGyver-esque clothesline off Bevan to dry all of our clothes. So that's some of the high octane, high adrenaline stuff that we do while we're camping. Pretty exciting stuff. Now we've packed up the little trolley and we're staying here right on the beach, so we're going to go check out the beach, and there's supposed to be some good rock formations, so I'll go have a look at them and see if we can't fly the drone around there, and maybe even through something else called a nature's window here as well as what was in Kalbarri. There's another nature's window which is a hole in the rock formation, see if we can get the drone to go through without crashing again.
So another nature's window separate to the one you saw in the Kalbarri episode, and actually probably looks more like a door. So a big hole in a rock that gives you, just a beautiful view out to sea.
So we have come to Cerventes, which I hope I'm saying that correctly.
We stopped for lunch at a place called the Lobster Shack, which is the best food I've had in our entire year of travelling. So I had a lobster chowder and we had fish tacos, and even the kids' fish and chips was absolutely delicious. So that was a nice surprise. It was a beautiful restaurant. And now we've come down to Kangaroo Point. So apparently this is the place where you come to see kangaroos and emus on the beach in the afternoon, and sometimes echidnas. We didn't get lucky with any of those as of yet, but as soon as we did arrive, we did see a bunch of dolphins in the water, even closer than when we were in Monkey Mire. They came right up to us, got into the water a little bit, but I was hesitant to go a bit deeper because it looked like a couple of the dolphins were frolicking around together and I didn't really want to interrupt that. So we're just going to stay here, watch the sun go down a bit, and then tomorrow we are going to take off to go have a look at the Pinnacles.
Translation, we are at the Pinnacles. So it's supposed to be raining today, but we've woken up this morning and there's blue skies. However, there is grey clouds coming, so yeah, hopefully we get to see the Pinnacles whilst it is dry and not wet, so fingers crossed.
Don't cuddle the Pinnacles, don't stick Pinnacles up your bottom, and don't do ballet on them.
So you can either walk and or take a drive around the Pinnacles here, but the drive through the Pinnacles is shut today because of the recent rain, so we are doing the walk. So it's really windy here, and got the drone up and the wind took it well off course, so Jess and Isabel went over the hill one way, the drone went the other, so I had to make a decision, which one do I follow? So like any adult, I ran after the drone and went and rescued that, but yeah, all good. Jess and Izzy just went one way, found out where they are, gave them rings, and now I'll go catch up with them. But that was today's exercise, running 200 metres to catch the drone before it fell into one of the Pinnacles, and I'm barred from every site and every park in Australia for the rest of the time. So all good, all under control now, and we'll go catch up with the girls. Reunited. So the Pinnacles are amazing, and we're so lucky to have dry weather as we get here, but Jess and I are both saying that it's hard to navigate and go on the walk because the signposts that show you where you're supposed to go are the same colour as the Pinnacles.
And they've got a little dinosaur footprint on them, but no arrow. So you come across it and then you can't see the subsequent one, and then there's no arrow. You just go, okay, well, it's just a pole. So it'd be pretty easy to get disorientated.
I'll meet you by the Pinnacle, yeah. One of those little things. They'll look the same. Is that Pinnacleist?
Yeah, I think so.
Obviously from close up they're pretty easy to spot, but from far away, when you're trying to spot one, they're pretty hard to see and blend in with the Pinnacles. I stand by my judgment. After the Pinnacles, the weather worsened and we headed south into Perth and Fremantle. We spent a couple of days here as the weather got better. We visited the aquarium, the marina and the Shipwrecks Museum. To the WA Shipwrecks Museum. Lead the way, Izzy. So we've been spending the day in Fremantle and it's been a great sunny day, and can't recommend the Shipwrecks Museum enough. If you have time, definitely come here. It's free or a donation. Not so much for the kids, there wasn't really any kids things to do for Izzy, but I found it amazing. They had the parts of the shipwreck of the Batavia, which is a really interesting but also quite tragic tale of Australia's past. With the Dutch ship there, there's murder, mayhem, mutiny. It's all quite interesting and disturbing. But it was really found it really fascinating. And we just spent the day there by the port, on the playground with Izzy. We didn't get to go to Little Creatures Brewery, which we really wanted to, but Izzy is not having the best day today. It's been a really tough day for Jess and myself. Wouldn't change anything with VANLIFE. We still love it, not complaining, but it's just been one of those really tough days. So we've come to the famous rainbow containers, which we're going to look at now, but we're taking it in turns. Jess looking after Izzy. It's near a busy road, so not the best idea to bring Izzy here, and then we'll swap and Jess can come and appreciate it. Was on our way to see our friends Sheldon and Sarah, which are these amazing golden canola fields outside the town of Balladoo. So Fremantle once again, just hanging out here for a couple of days to get through the rainy weather, but it's turned out to be a pretty cool day now. We just had Bevan service with new front brakes, also wheel alignment, so we can continue on our trip. So glad that's all done. We can keep heading south, and next stop's heading down towards Busselton and Margaret River.
Does she notice the things I notice? How she practices piano on her thigh, imagining the keys inside her mind. Does she notice the things I notice? How her eyes wander the room when it gets quiet, searching for solutions in the silence. But I'm here, I'm here. Won't she turn around? Won't she look at me? Oh,
so thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and next week we're heading down to Busselton and Margaret River.